just going to be a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm just gonna catch you guys up on everything. My life has been very busy lately, so that's why I really haven't uploaded too much. I mean, I've still uploaded 8 videos this month, but I just wanted to film and chat with you guys because I haven't filmed a get ready with me in quite a while. I wanted to dip back into the Game Beauty Victory palette because I've only tried this once when I did my first impressions on this, so I would like to use it again because I want to use what I actually purchased. I used a few other palettes this weekend for Black Friday weekend. So basically, my sister was here for Thanksgiving, and I spent most of my time with my sister and with my family, and then I had to work Friday through Sunday, so I have not filmed anything since my first impressions video. That was actually back on Wednesday, so it hasn't been like too long, but I just wanted to sit and chat with you guys. How was your holiday? I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday ever. It's just I love it. I love Thanksgiving so much. I forgot before I start like chatting and everything, I do want to put some pie in a container so my boyfriend can try it. I don't know if he's gonna want to try the cake, but I know that he wants like some type of slice of something, so. And both of those things can be room temperature, so it's not like a huge deal if I keep it out for a little while. But I just want to start doing my makeup, so I'm going to do that in a minute though. So anyway, our Thanksgiving was actually really great. Everything turned out absolutely amazing. Like, I actually think that this was the best that everything turned out. And everything turned out great last year too. I think this year was probably the best. The soup was amazing that my sister made. The stuffing was amazing, as usual. The Brussels sprouts, the mashed potatoes, she made all of that. She makes all the hot food, and I bake everything pretty much. And my mom helps my sister with like the turkey and the gravy. And I basically baked everything the day before. And I make the noodle pudding. And I also help make the cranberry mold. I'll go more into detail about what noodle pudding is because people don't really know what it is. It is so good, you guys. It sounds gross, but it's so good. So basically, like, it's like cooked noodles in like a cottage cheese, sour cream, butter, egg kind of mix. It's kind of like making like dessert lasagna but cold, and then you bake it in the oven, and you put like you mix in the noodles with like the whole like mixture of like cottage cheese and egg and sour cream and all of that and butter and brown sugar, and you boil the noodles, and then you mix it into the mix in like this huge bowl, and then you butter the pan and then pour it into the pan, and then you put like a cinnamon, nutmeg, sugar kind of mixture on top of the noodles, and then you put it in the oven, because the reason why you want to cook it is because then the noodles get like crispy and brown, and the cinnamon kind of like becomes like this almost breadcrumb kind of texture on top of the noodles, and they become like a little bit harder, and they like it's just such a good like mixture. And it's kind of like we've always made it, even though like my mom like sometimes isn't sure that we should make it. I'm like, it's such a staple for us, and it's like kind of the thing that makes our Thanksgiving a little bit different, that we still made it this year. And I think the reason why it turned out so good I mean, it always turns out good, but like, I think the reason why it turned out amazing this time is because we baked it in 2 separate ovens, because usually we bake the stuffing and the noodle pudding together while the turkey is still cooking in the oven, because obviously we need 1 oven for the turkey to cook for like 3. We really don't cook our turkey over 3.5 hours. Usually 3 hours is how long we cook it, because we have a convection oven and we have a very hot oven. So usually we'll use the other oven while the turkey's still cooking after we make the apple pie, because we always make the apple pie first while the turkey is just goes into the oven. And then we use the second oven for the apple pie, and we make the apple pie, and then we make the stuffing and the noodle pudding, and then we usually put those both in together because they both cook at the same temperature. But I actually think that the noodle pudding cooked perfectly this time because it had its own oven, so we can make it whatever heat we wanted it to. And by the time we cooked the stuffing and the turkey and the noodle pudding, the turkey was already out of the oven, so we could use both ovens, one for the stuffing and one for the noodle pudding. And I think that's why they turned out perfect. I mean, again, they always turn out really good, but I think the reason why the noodle pudding cooked so amazingly is because it was in its own oven. So, and like, even though like it doesn't matter because they're both the same temperature, sometimes like it kind of can just really cook and combine all the ingredients and really make it hot and juicy because it's in its own oven. So it kind of like divides the heat a little bit more if you cook more than one thing in the same oven, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna go grab some pie for him, and then we're gonna do the eyeshadow. Okay. So now I can finally do my makeup. Got that done. So let's just go ahead and do my makeup. So I did pick this up during their Black Friday sale. I did make one other order. I actually ordered from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, but we're gonna dive into this palette again today. And I think I'm going to do more of like a neutrally orangey look because I really want to use this shade here on my lid. So I think we're going to start with, I think I'm going to go into the orangey shade and then this one and then this one. I kind of want to make it a little bit more warmer tone today because I think I used Pug or Kiting the first time. Excuse me. I might go into the... so we're going to go into Gigi first, but I might go into like that darker shade on the lower lash line, the Hard Carry, because I kind of am tempted to use it with this look because I'm wearing like a blue-ish sweater, but I might not because like we don't really have to go like that into detail today. So, I mean, I'm just getting ready to see my boyfriend today because I haven't seen him in 5 days, so... I'm excited to see him today because I literally have just been spending all my time with my family and working. So I kind of need to just get out of the house and see somebody else other than my family. Like, don't you just get those kind of days where it's like, I'm sick of you, you know? It's just a little much sometimes. So yeah, my sister was here. She comes every Thanksgiving and it was great. So Tuesday I did see my boyfriend, but then I saw her at night, and then we just talked and chatted and all of that. Samantha said she didn't want to watch anything, so we were all just talking and having a good time. I had some wine. It was fun. And then Wednesday, we did a lot. We shopped. I think I talked about this in my first impressions video. So they wanted me to be ready by like 12 to go to the mall with them, and we went to the mall so my sister could return something to Zara, and then I actually had to get my face wash, and this was the only thing that I picked up from Sephora during Black Friday. So I did get one of these Ole Henriksen skincare sets, and this comes with the face wash that I already have and love and have went through like a million of them. And then I've also went through, I think, 2 of these and 2 of these. These usually come in a lot of the vitamin C sets, and this is a full size of the vitamin C gel cream and then the vitamin C eye cream. I love both of these products, and I've been using the gel cream because I actually had also ran out of my moisturizer too. So it was perfect that this was in here. So it had 2 things that I already ran out of, and then it just had 2 things that I kind of want to go back to this eye cream because I really do love this eye cream. The retinol eye cream from Inculus is good, but this one is great, so I'm glad I have that again. And then also, I kind of wanted to try a new vitamin C serum because the one from Inculus I like, but I don't think it does enough for my skin. So it came with the Banana Bright Eyes vitamin C serum. So it came with 3 things that I really just needed. So I thought it made perfect sense just to pick up the set. And also the set was 30% off. And then I also had $10 in points. So I paid $40 for this when the original value is $40. I don't know why my dogs are barking right now. There's nobody here. Oh, I think it's my brother. Of course. This is such a pretty, like, pumpkin-y orange. I love it. I mean, I'm so into, like, orangey colors right now because, like, I'm all about pumpkin season because it's fall. It is still fall. It is not Christmas time for me, even though I've been doing a couple of Christmassy things. Like, we did watch a Christmas movie on Friday. Actually, on Saturday, we finally were sitting down and watching a movie together. But I'll talk about that in a minute. But I just love this color. So yeah, I picked that up from Sephora because I thought that was a great value, and it had pretty much a lot of things that I needed. Actually, all 4 things I needed. So, like, when do you not need skincare, to be honest? And it's all things that I've loved in the past. And I've never tried the Banana Bright vitamin C serum, so I'm actually really excited to try that because I've only tried the original vitamin C serum from Ole Hendrickson. I've been through like 5 or 6 of those because I love that serum. But I might go back to Ole Hendrickson for my vitamin C because I just think hers is better. So, or his. I always forget it's a he, not a she. Ole Hendrickson sounds like a female name. Sorry, but I always thought it was a girl, but it's not. It's a guy. So, let me correct myself. Okay. So once we finally blended that out, I'm going to take OP, and that's kind of more of like a darker brown, but I also think it can be kind of sheared out as well if you don't use too much of it, but it's also adding some really nice definition, so I really like that. It's kind of like a cinnamony brown, very pretty. So then after that, we went to Saks because my sister wanted to look at bridesmaids dresses because I did tell you guys she is getting married in June and we're like doing a whole bachelorette thing, which I also talked about in my first impressions video. So we wanted to look at Saks to see if we could find like any dresses to try on in store because, you know, this is pretty much one of the only times that my sister is going to be here where we can both try on things together. I mean, like, she already has her wedding dress and everything. But, you know, this is going to be like one of the only times that me and my sister were going to be together to try on dresses. So I think what we're going to do, my mom is going to order me 2 dresses from Saks. I think she's going to order them today, and we're just going to try them on probably on FaceTime for my sister so she can see what they look like. Because we didn't end up ordering anything when she was here, but we do have 2 dresses in mind for me. I think I'm going to go with blue. They were thinking about green or blue for me, but honestly, I like more of like a cobalt blue color for myself, or like a purple, or like a you know, forest green, but I think blue is still the most flattering color for me. Or she was also thinking about like an orange for me, but I think a cobalt blue is going to be gorgeous. So we found like this really beautiful lace Monique Lhuillier dress. It's gorgeous. It's such a beautiful shape. So we're thinking about that one. And then we also saw this like really beautiful like floral blue dress that has like this gorgeous shape to it. And it's like this beautiful floral print, but it's also like has some lace detailing on it too. So those are the 2 dresses that were like really set on ordering for me. So hopefully they look really cute. I'm also going to look myself and see if there's something else that I find that I might show Samantha and see if she likes it. Because obviously she needs to like it too. But she also wants me to feel good in it too. But those 2 she like really thought were really pretty. And I picked the second one. The first one she picked, and we both really loved the first one, but we have to try like a few options. So I forgot to say that now I went into the shade Tank for my outer corners because that's the deepest brown in the palette. So these have a little bit of fallout and a little bit of, see, as you can see, there's some fallout. So I would just suggest doing your eye makeup first, and especially with like this darkest shade, there is some kickback in the pan. Honestly, as long as the as the shadows are pigmented and blend well on my eyes, fallout is not a deal breaker for me whatsoever. And honestly, I'd rather have fallout in my mattes than my shimmers, because matte fallout does not really transfer throughout the day when you're wearing the eyeshadow. More so, it transfers when you have a shimmer shade that like has a lot of fallout or doesn't adhere to your lid that well, and then you get that glitter and that shimmer on your face throughout the day, because it's literally falling off of your lid. So I'd rather have something that's a matte shade that has fallout rather than a shimmer, because obviously with the matte, you can just wipe it away before you do your face makeup. And again, that's why I do my eye makeup first always now. I can't believe I used to do it the other way around. It was so frustrating when I couldn't get, when I just could not get it to come off my under eyes when I used to do my face makeup first. Also, I would do like my concealer, the whole shebang. But then most people who do like their base first usually just do their base. They don't do their concealer yet. And then they wipe away the fallout. But for me, I feel like that creates like a line here, so like the concealer doesn't blend as seamlessly into the foundation. So that's why I just do my eyes first. It's just so much easier for me. So for the lid shade, I really want to use the shade Glory. And this looks like such a stunning, like coppery orangey shimmer, because it has like these beautiful like multi-glitters in it, like silver and red and orange. And it just looks like a fall dream. That is really pretty. Having a bit of trouble sticking. I think that's just because of the glitter glue. I don't think that's the eyeshadow whatsoever. Oh my god, that's so pretty. I just really have to take it up here so it will actually stick. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Wow, that's really pretty. Really have been liking this palette. I mean, this is only the second time I'm using it, but I can already tell that I really, really love this formula. It's just so easy to work with, and the mattes are so buttery smooth and easy to blend, and I'm obsessed. That's just so pretty. Of course, he's walking them again, even though Dad took them out like an hour and a half ago, but I'm literally not even going to tell him. He can just go waste his time. I just don't care anymore. He doesn't listen to anybody anyway. He just walks them a million times. So I literally could care less if he wants to just waste his time. He thinks that they're puppies and have to go out constantly when they're literally adult dogs that don't need to be walked every 2 hours. He'll either walk them too much or they won't walk them at all, and it'll be like 6 hours when by the time me and Mom get home from work, they say that they hadn't walked them, and I'm like, you were both here for 6 hours, then you both get annoyed when me and Mom ask you to walk the dogs when we're not here. So, don't really get it, but whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna fix up the eyeshadow a little bit and put a brow bone highlight on, and then we'll do the base. Sorry, if I don't get up and tell her that they've been out, they'll just walk them again, so. I don't know why, you know, you see the car, you see that somebody's here, why don't you just ask, have the dogs been walked? And then people say that nobody communicates here, because nobody asks any questions. Does that happen with your family too, where one person complains that nobody communicates, and it's like, well, you weren't here. Why don't you ask the person that was home all day if they were walked or not? Maybe they'll give you an answer instead of just doing it and getting mad at them for standing there because they were just outside like 10 minutes ago. And she also knows I get annoyed when she bothers me when I'm doing my makeup, so whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. That looks really good. So we're gonna order from one of my favorite places that opened in his town called Flavorable. Their food is so good. Oh my god, like they have like these amazing like hot bowls of like rice and chicken teriyaki, and oh, their food is bomb. It's just so good. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just go pick it up or if we're just gonna Uber it. I might just Uber it before I get there, so it'll be there by the time I get there. Or I might just pull over and order it. Because it's kind of a pain to pick it up from where they're located. So I'll see if I have a 40% off, and I'll see how much the total is, and I'm just going to order it. Because it's also Cyber Monday, so Uber might have sent me like a deal. So I'm just going to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer for my concealer today. So yeah, I haven't really ordered anything from ColourPop. The only other thing I really wanted to get was a lip mask. I've been eyeing that lip mask trio for so long because it's such a good deal. Like their lip masks, if I could speak English, are usually are cheaper in the set than they are individually, because their individual ones are $12 each, but in the set of 3 it's $20. So you're basically getting one for free, which is a great deal. But I think that set sold out and they only have like 2 other ones available. Not like a set, but like they only have 2 other scents available. So I might order tonight, and that might be like the last order that I make. So I did order from Blend Bunny because I finally just wanted to see what all the friggin' hype is about their eyeshadows. So I ordered the All Done Up palette because that really was the only palette that they have released that I have been remotely interested in, because honestly, they're beautiful palettes, don't get me wrong. I just think that they're too big for my own personal use, because for me, y'all know, like, I really don't go past, like, 20 shades in an eyeshadow palette, and even 20 shades is too many for me. But the All Done Up palette does have 20 shades in it, and the reason why I think it's a good palette for me to get or start with their brand with is because that is actually their smallest palette that they've ever done, and well, she's ever done. She's like an independent owner because they're an indie brand, obviously. And basically they were having a 35% off Black Friday sale, just Friday through Monday. So I think it's still going on today because today is Cyber Monday. I'm obviously not putting this up till tomorrow, but just saying, I won't be able to tell you guys about the sale unless I posted it on my Instagram. Oh my god. But I saved $35. I mean, it is a 35% off sale. But since I bought 3 items, so I bought the All Done Up palette, the Noctilucent highlighter palette. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it, but again, like, the shades in there just look so cool. And this is starting to smell a little bit, but it's fine. It's still usable. Just doesn't smell that great. But this is the Rare Beauty powder. I use this like every day. I love it. So anyway, but also Selena's kind of in some drama right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be buying from her brand really anymore, because there's kind of like a lot of stuff that's like coming out about her. And I used to really like her, and after she did that thing to her friend where she didn't even mention like that her friend like saved her life with her kidney in her documentary, I was like, that was a pretty shitty thing to do. But you'll say that Taylor Swift is your only real friend in show business. It's like, but she didn't save your life. Like, obviously, if somebody donated me a kidney, I wouldn't be able to stop talking about how amazing they are. Like, a lot of people are calling her out for it, so yeah, she's kind of in some hot water right now. But anyway, so I got the Noctilucent palette. I'm very excited to try that as well. I feel like Oswald, that's how I said it, Oswald. My sister also did my eyebrows last night, so now my eyeshadow looks like a normal person because my brows were starting to get pretty bad. So yeah, I almost forgot to set my face. I'm just gonna use my Pretty Fresh powder. I also was thinking about ordering a backup of this because I'm almost out of it, and since the site is 30% off, and I also really wanted to order my tinted moisturizer from ColourPop because I love that tinted moisturizer and I miss it in my collection. So I was thinking about ordering that too. So I don't know. That's like kind of a lot of things, but it's also like backups of things that I really want. So I might not get the brush set. I might just get the eyeliner set because this eyeliner set is almost a year old and they're kind of starting to get really dried out. So that would make sense for me to order. But I don't know about the other stuff. We'll see. It depends on how much money I spend on dinner today, which isn't going to be that expensive. But, you know, your girl's still trying to budget a little bit till she gets paid. So, okay. So, let me just grab my mascara and stuff. Why did I say it like that? Stuff. Such an idiot. So, which eyeliner do I want? I don't know. All my eyeliners are, like, across the universe right now. Like, why do it was so hard to find? I'm almost done. Almost done. I love this foundation, though. It looks so good. Let's just do all the other eye stuff first, and then we'll do the eyeliner. It's just annoying me that I can't find it at the current moment. I don't know why it didn't clean this. I could have sworn I cleaned this brush off last night, and for some reason it's not really clean that right now. Not really that clean right now. Again, English is your first language, Caitlin, so why do you, like, reverse words all the time? So I'm just going to use that shade Gold on the inner corners because it's going to be really pretty. Oh, that's such a pretty color. I love it. I mean, it's a gold. Y'all know I'm a sucker for golds. I say that in every video that I use gold, but I just need to reiterate this because I love gold eyeshadow. And it's so funny because some people hate it, but I'm like such a gold person. I'm not as big of a fan of like silver, even though there's like a lot of silver tones in the adult. Oh my God, speak. In the All Dolled Up palette. Jesus, Caitlin. I'm like all dolled. But yeah, I'm very excited to try it still. But the matte shades in there are what I'm most excited for. But people also say that the shimmers in that palette are like kind of a step up from her shimmers in her other palettes. Not saying that those weren't great either, but they're saying that these are like super shiny. So I'm very excited. And then the Noctilucent palette just looks gorgeous. So, and y'all know I love my highlighters, so I'm very excited to try that too. And then I also ordered one of the lipsticks because everybody's saying that the matte liquid lipsticks are also great too. And this is the first time she's done liquid lipsticks because those came out in the All Dolled Up collection as well. But I wasn't sure if I was going to get it because besides the Odin's Eye Christmas Day palette, which unfortunately is sold out now, and also the Christmas Eve palette, they're both sold out. They are not coming back, and people are getting like pissed about it. But Odin's Eye made it very clear that they were not restocking this collection because it was a limited edition collection. And I don't know why people get so upset about brands saying that something is limited edition. If it's limited edition, you better get your ass on it to order it or you're not going to get it. And I'm not saying that like it's fair sometimes. I honestly think they should have waited a little bit to launch this collection, maybe like in the middle of November. That's the only thing that I'm a little bit like, why did you like release it so early? They released it at like the end of October, and they only restocked it for a pre-order in the middle of November. And mostly why people are upset is because they feel like that they launched this collection too early. I feel like they should have launched it like closer to like the middle of November. I feel like them coming out with it in the end of October, I feel like that was way too early. But maybe because it was limited edition, and also because sometimes those kind of palettes are very hard to make, that they might have had to get them out at a certain point. And they were very transparent with how it was going to work. It's not like they were like lying to everybody. And like people got really pissed, and they're like, but like some people were also a bit upset because they said like, you know, it sold out way before Christmas even started. And they felt like that was a little bit unfair because they're not going to be able to get it for Christmas now because it literally is already gone way before Christmas. And people want to use these palettes during Christmas. So it's like, that's the thing that's a little bit upsetting. And also for me too, because even though I did get the Christmas Day palette, I was kind of contemplating on getting the Christmas Eve palette as well. And now I can't get it because it's not available anymore. Maybe they'll restock it one more time because there's such a high demand for them. Maybe they'll do it again. But at the same time, if you can't get it, you have to respect why the brand can't make it again, because it might be very hard for them to make it again. It might be a very hard palette to produce. So, and also I think it's the best palette they've ever came out with. I'm obsessed with that palette. I love it. It's beautiful. But it's a little bit upsetting that like not everybody was able to get it and experience how good they are, but at the same time, they were transparent with that this was not going to restock. But also they were a little bit confusing. They were transparent, but they were also saying it was not going to be available. I mean, they said it was not going to be a part of the Black Friday campaign, but these will be available throughout December 31st, as long as the pre-order does not sell out before that. So it was a bit confusing because it's like, well, if it's not going to be part of the Black Friday campaign, then that pretty much sounds like it's not going to be available for Black Friday. And people knew that it also wasn't going to be discounted because obviously it was brand new. So that's basically what they were saying. So that was like a bit confusing. But again, like they were trying to be like as transparent as possible. So I don't really blame Odin's Eye, but also it's like a little bit upsetting because not everybody was able to get it because it's such a good palette. So yeah, it's a win-lose situation. So, but at the same time, like they did say it was super limited edition. But I also think it's kind of messed up like when brands do make Christmas collections super limited edition, because brands know that they're going to make money with Christmas palettes. I mean, and that's why brands like release them super early, because most of the time they, you know, put them on super sale before Christmas is even over. So most people just wait and don't get them when they first come out. That's why, like, Christmas releases, and that's why, like, it kind of made sense for Odin's Eye to release it earlier, because they are competing with all the other Christmas things that were coming out, because they all came out so early, and basically brands release them earlier and earlier every year. Like, pretty much we're going to have Christmas in July collections, because honestly, some of the first collections that were coming out in the end of August. That's how early they were coming out. It was like kind of ridiculous, but I understand, like I kind of get it, because these brands have to sell this inventory, because Christmas products, it's like a win-lose for the brand, because it either sells out or they're like, you know, stuck with this stock after Christmas, and every brand does not want to be stuck with their Christmas stuff, because once Christmas is over, nobody wants the Christmas stuff anymore. So, or they'll get it after Christmas because it's on super sale, but most of the time they'll put it, I understand why they'll even put it on sale before Christmas, because they want to get rid of it before Christmas is over. So that's why I kind of understand why Odin's Eye released it earlier. But also, again, I feel like they could have waited a little bit, because I feel like it still would have sold out anyway. And probably everybody would have bought it during Black Friday. So even though there wasn't really any sale on it, they said that it wasn't going to be included in the sale. So, okay, is this working? Like, I feel like this LA Girl liner is not really my favorite anymore, because I feel like it dries out so fast. But I kind of wanted like a more understated liner. Just like a nude liner, but I always feel like it never works. It's kind of like bothering my eyes. But yeah, it did add some life though, so whatever. I don't care enough. So yeah, it's a win-lose situation. So yeah, Thanksgiving was great. I loved it. I had so much fun. Everything turned out amazing. I made the pumpkin pistachio cake, the pumpkin bundt cake, and the key lime pie. I haven't really eaten the key lime pie since Thanksgiving, so I really need to eat more of it. I mostly have been eating the pumpkin pistachio cake, but I need to eat more of the key lime pie. I'm just going to use the Act Natural mascara from ColourPop because I love this. And then, like, so Wednesday after we, like, baked everything after we came home from shopping, and Stacks didn't have, like, a damn thing for me to try on, so I didn't try on anything, because they really didn't have anything in store that, like, Samantha really wanted me to try on, and also it wasn't really any, like, style that she was looking for. We were planning to go out to dinner for my brother's birthday, but also, I think I said this in the last video, we never cook the day before Thanksgiving, because obviously we spend the whole day cooking. So we always either order sushi or eat out. So we ate out at our favorite new Italian restaurant called Carpaccio's, and we got so much food, but it was so good. Oh my god, it was so good. So we had leftovers for like 3 days, and then we had all the Thanksgiving leftovers too after everything was made. So it's like we have like food for like a week because there's 5 of us. So I got this lobster pasta. Oh my god, it was so good. It's called Lobster El Diablo, I think, which usually means spicy because obviously Diablo means devil. But I told them if I could get it with regular marinara and not spicy, and it was so good. It had like bits of lobster in it. It was delicious. Oh my god. My mouth is watering just thinking about it, and also I haven't eaten yet. I mean, I ate breakfast, but I didn't have anything else. I had avocado toast, which was pretty filling. Well, salmon avocado toast. I'm kind of getting mascara underneath my eyes. I don't know why. Okay, we're almost done. I'm just, like, very chatty in this video. And then, Wednesday night, we didn't play anything either. We were all pretty tired. We just made the cranberry mold when we got back home, which is, like, kind of a weird, I don't like it. I don't eat it. It's kind of weird. It's very sweet, but it has, like, spices in it, too, and it's just, like, an odd combo for me, so I don't really eat it. Okay, I thought my Ilia bronzer was in front of me, but it's not, so I'm just going to use my ColourPop one, because that's what's in front of me right now. I don't even have a blush in front of me, either. Actually, the Ilia one's right here. Let's use that. I didn't realize it was right in front of me. I have, like, a million bronzers in front of me and no blushes. The only blush I have is Fetish from Urban Decay, but that's like a pinky blush. Yeah, that's what I want, the chopped peanut. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, I'm just going to use my ColourPop one because that's what's in front of me right now. I don't even have a blush in front of me. And no blushes. The only blush I have is Fetish from Urban Decay, but that's like a pinky blush. Yeah, that's what I want, the chopped peanut. Oh my god, it's so good. probably the same thing I'm going to get is the exact thing that he's getting. So anyway, after that, so Thanksgiving, everything turned out amazing. So we just made the cranberry mold, and then we just sat and talked, and I kind of got annoyed at my family, so I just, like, went in my room, because I would just not want to deal with it. And then when I woke up the next day, my sister was like, are you okay, and blah, 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 and she was, like, trying to talk to me about last night. I was like, honestly, I just want to have a good Thanksgiving. I'm like, I'm over it. I just needed some time away from them, because, like, my mom, like, made a comment about something, and it just annoyed me. So Thanksgiving was amazing. Everything turned out great. It wasn't really as stressful as usual, but, you know, it is exhausting. And then, but, like, literally, when we were all ready to sit down and watch a movie, the Wi-Fi was down, and we were all so tired, and we just wanted to sit and watch something, so we could just chill and relax, because I had to work the next day, Black Friday, an 8-hour shift. So I was like, yay, we get to sit down and do nothing. But the stupid internet wasn't working. I'm just going to grab, like, one of my staple blushes real quick. Yeah, the stupid internet was down. So, like, me and my sister were pissed. We're like, what the fuck? Like, why is it not working? And then my brother, like, started flipping out about it. And then we all got, like, so pissed at him, because we're like, we just slaved over making a hot meal for everybody. Like, the least you could do is just be a little bit more chill. I'm just using Lunar Has It from the Kathleen Light Zodiac collection. I actually haven't used this blush in a while, and this is usually, like, my go-to if I don't know what blush to use and I just don't feel like digging for one, which is more like I just didn't feel like digging for one. So, but again, I actually haven't used this in a while, so. But we were, like, so mad. We're like, what the hell? Like, can you, like, relax, please? So we just ended up not watching anything because the Wi-Fi wasn't working, and then we had, like, a full-on discussion, like, with my brother, because he, like, started flipping out. We're like, what the hell? Like, we're all so tired. We just want to sit down and watch a movie. You really didn't do much today, even though my mom was like, your brother helped. And I was like, why the hell are you defending him so much? He was screaming at everybody because we're trying to get this to work. And honestly, we didn't want to deal with another fucking problem. We all just wanted to sit and relax. Especially me and my sister. Me and my sister did everything. So we just all wanted to chill out. And he's flipping out about it. We're like, what the hell? Like, you're so inconsiderate. Like, making us feel even worse. Like, not even really, like, appreciating everything we just did. So it's just, like, super frustrating. So we finally just, you know, decided to play Scrabble after, like, talking for forever because the Wi-Fi just wasn't working anyway. And at that point, it was, like, too late to watch a movie. So we just played a game of Scrabble. So I'm just going to use the same highlighter that I used because I want to use this Game Beauty highlighter again because, I've only used it in that video. So I'm kind of repeating what I'm using, but it's such a gorgeous highlighter. So it's so pretty. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I'm getting tired, though, kind of talking. I'm really tired now. And then Friday, I worked Black Friday, and honestly, it was busy, but it wasn't, like, insane. And it was the best Black Friday we've ever had. We made $19,000 on Black Friday, and our goal was $12,000. I was like, that was amazing. And you wouldn't really think that we would make that much money because it wasn't really that busy, but dang, we made bank. So that was awesome. And then actually Friday night, my sister's fiance was here. Because he comes to the city with his parents to do Thanksgiving in the city with his brother, and they, like, rent, like, an apartment, and they, like, make the entirety of Thanksgiving together. I feel like that would be fun to do next year, and, like, we could, like, bring the food in, and I think that would be really fun if we did that, like, next year, or maybe, like, his parents will just come here, like, that would be really fun, too. I really hope that they will do that. And his brother too, because then they'll be married at that point. That'll be so much fun. And then when I got home, they were playing Scrabble together, so they were finishing up a game, and Andy like tried my cake and he said it was delicious, and I was like, yay, thank you. He tried the pumpkin pistachio one, which has been my favorite. I've had like 3 pieces of that already. And then after that, my sister wanted to shower, so I played a round of Scrabble with Andy and my parents, because my dad actually played with us because he wanted to watch like something for a story he was covering. But I was like, we need 4 players, like, even though obviously you can play Scrabble with only 3 people. We just really wanted him to play, so. And then Samantha came out and basically helped me because I was just so exhausted from Black Friday. She like kind of did most of it. I should have picked this up yesterday from Ulta because so we did all of that, and that was really fun, and that was it. Then they wanted to go to sleep. But Andy won that game. Even though my sister was helping me, she was trying to beat Andy, but it just didn't happen because I'm going to use a little bit of the e.l.f. Wow Brow just because the other one is like pretty much completely dried out. I need to go pick up cotton rounds and brow gel from Ulta. I don't know why I didn't pick that up when I went with my sister. So, Saturday, so that was it for Friday night. So Saturday, I had a little time before work because I didn't have to work till 3. So me and my sister wanted to go get our nails done. And we usually get our nails done together every time she's here. So I got brown. So we went and got our nails done. And then I also got a massage because I just needed it after working all of Black Friday weekend. I was just super tired. And I'm like, I'm just going to get a massage. I think I'm just going to throw on this glowing lip from ColourPop. Again, I don't feel like digging for a lippy today. I just don't. And these lippies are in my drawer, so I can just grab them for whenever. And I'm too lazy to grab something right now. But the only annoying thing about these glowing lips is that they get so melted in the tube. I hate it. Like, I feel like they didn't put any preservatives in this when they made it. Kind of annoying. And it's such a good product. And then we wanted to go to Ulta because, well, first they also had a $10 off 30, and also I needed to get my dry shampoo, and I wanted to get pimple patches. But we mostly went so I could get my brows done, but they didn't have any availability, so my sister tweezed my brows last night. After I got home from work Saturday, we watched a movie because we were all so tired. But my sister just wanted to sit and watch something with us because we were all just exhausted. But the Ulta lady didn't have any availability to do my brows, so I just asked my sister to tweeze them, and they look really good, so. Okay. So then after that, I just went home to get ready for work. Then I had to close Saturday night, and then, when I came home, we watched Spirited on Apple TV, and oh my god, it was so good. So funny. Highly recommend it. Don't listen to the critics. It was hilarious. I don't know why everybody just default hates everything now. I thought it was such a fun Christmas movie, and it's become one of my favorite Christmas movies now. It was so good. And then Sunday, I worked 12 to 6, and then my sister made dinner for everybody, and then we just played a game of Scrabble, and that was it. So yeah, it was a really fun time when she was here. Alright, I'm pretty much done. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. So here are the eyes. Love this palette. It's so pretty. The cheeks and the lips. So if you guys enjoyed this video, again, excuse me, I hope you guys had a very happy and healthy and safe Thanksgiving. I hope you had very yummy food and all of that. My Thanksgiving was great. And yeah, that's it. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at TBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. She also dried my hair last night and styled it, so I look like a human. So I love you guys. Bye.